In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
All right, everybody, listen. If you know anything about the things that I've written, you know that one of the people I have admired most in my life is Lieutenant Colonel Alan West. And to see him here at the NRA convention is an absolute honor and pleasure. As I just wanted to take a few minutes and get some time first. What do you feel about the new board? How it's all set up?
Well, it's an honor that people would allow me to serve for another 3 years on the board, and I'm very appreciative of that. Having served 22 years in the military, defending our Constitution, our Second Amendment rights is very important to me. And we've got some things that we got to correct in the National Rifle Association, without a doubt, because we have to be responsible and responsive to our members and our organization. And when you think about the threats from the progressive socialist left, Michael Bloomberg, Cuomo, and all the others out there, Kamala Harris, Eric Swalwell, we've got to make sure that we're strong.
Yeah, well, coming from New York, I can definitely associate with quite a few of those names. Now, what are your personal feelings on some of these red flag laws that have been bantered about?
Well, when I think about red flag laws, I mean, it's just the same as, this is a violation of your Fourth Amendment rights. When you look at this FISA court system that we have, we're starting to look more so like an East German Stasi state. And so, typically what happens with Parkland, instead of people using their common sense and focusing on the individual, they see it as an opportunity to try to exploit and undermine our Second Amendment rights. So I think the red flag laws should be something we don't support, and it should be something that really undermines the Second Amendment and it undermines an individual's constitutional rights, Second and Fourth Amendment.
Well, I know because there was some controversy last year when certain statements were taken out of context, was saying that we would support laws that prevented, people from having guns that shouldn't have guns. But nobody ever reported the second half of the statement that said, so long as we're not violating Americans' due process rights. Yeah,
and it is a violation of their due process rights. When you think about it, let's say you have a neighbor that really doesn't like you, and all of a sudden they go to call the police, and, my neighbor over there, I know he has a lot of guns, and I'm really worried or concerned about him. I hear him yelling and screaming or whatever. And now with red flag laws, you're giving people license and a warrant to go and get the permission from a judge without you being able to defend yourself, and then they come and take away your Second Amendment right, take away your firearms, and then you have to prove your innocence. That's not what America's supposed to be about.
And a lot of people don't also understand that when that flag goes up, there's other organizations get notified about that red flag, like Child Protective Services.
Absolutely.
So after the guns walk out the door, somebody else is not going to take your kids out the door.
It's the second, third, and fourth order effects that go completely down the line. And again, this is usurpation of an individual's rights and freedoms, all for the purpose of being able to convert us from being citizens to making us subjects. That's what this is all about.
Well, I know personally that I have a certain level of confidence that I know that you're here, that things are going to always at least have one person whose hand is on the rudder that's going to help us steer in the right direction.
Absolutely.
And Colonel, I cannot thank you enough. God bless you, and thank you not only for what you're doing now, but for your service to our country. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, an American hero.
Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the Founding Fathers.
Senate rights, when politicians take from you and me the very liberties that set us free. So stand up and fight for this democracy is you and me. We're the founders, saddle up, let's ride. Now we're the real Americans.